Bloxham here, back at Bay House School. This is called part 2. You'll need to watch this with part 1. Sausage and bean casserole. The battery went, so we're going to do part 2 now. So we've got up to frying the vegetables here. The vegetables and the bacon, and the sausage is already cooked. And then I'm going to do a bit like they do on Blue Peter. I've got one that's half done here. Then now I'm going to whack in. I'm going to put this in this dish here, so it will heat up. All the tomato stuff will heat up quicker. So in here is some of the beans. I'm going to put the tin tomatoes in. I'm going to put the tin tomatoes in. I'm going to put the kidney beans in, which are quite high in protein, and chickpeas, which are high in protein, obviously well known for making hummus. You can use any type of beans for here. She's got akaduki beans and roti beans, but any beans would be fine. I'm also going to chuck in a tiny bit of apple sauce. See, I've got it left, and that's from the garden. I've got a little bit of paprika, a little bit of smoked paprika, cumin, half a teaspoon of cumin, 1.5 teaspoons of paprika. I'm going to have got some stock cubes. I've got a little bit of chicken stock cube, an oxo chicken stock cube, and I've got one of these vegetable stock cubes here as well. Crush this in. This won't take long on the boil. It's a nice big cooker here. I've got a lid here. I can maybe just heat it up a little bit quicker. While I'm cooking that, I'm just going to I'm going to mash the potato and just chop the parsley up. I'm just washing the chopping board. I probably could have done the parsley before, seeing I had the bacon on it. I've washed it now, so I'm just going to wipe that. I've got some parsley here. I've washed this. I'm going to chop loads of parsley up straight out the garden and washed it. I've already put some thyme and parsley in it, but I'm going to put a bit more of that in. There's some thyme here. You need to pull these off the leaves, otherwise they've got the woody bits inside. Thyme's good, nice and cheap, and it grows, keeps on coming back year after year. I've got a few little cherry tomatoes which I'm going to put in it as well. Then I'm going to mash the potato. They can all go in. I might save a little bit of parsley for garnish at the top. This is going to come to the boil. I'm going to stir that in a minute, and I'm going to mash the potato first. So when mashing potato, well, we haven't got a ricer at home. At school we've got some ricers. I'm going to drain it in the colander. Try not to hold the handle just in case you pour boiling water on your hand. So pour it away from you. Let it drain for a little bit. While it's draining for a little bit, I'm going to heat up the butter in the pan so it melts to make mashed potato. Some people don't like white pepper. I quite like white pepper, so I'm not putting white pepper in because not everybody likes white pepper. But I have got some butter here. I've got some butter here. That's going in, and that can melt just while it's draining, otherwise the potato might be a bit wet. Sometimes if it's wet, you can put it back in the pan for a bit. That's just heating up. As soon as that's heated up, I'll put the sausages back in it. I've got some cheese for it in a minute. Oh, I've also got, I like mustard here. I'm going to put a little bit of teaspoon or half a teaspoon of this, only a little bit of mustard, because my camera person's nodding, shaking their head as if they don't like it. I normally put it in and they never normally know. So anyway, this is a new recipe for me. I don't normally make this, but this was the Evie's favourite meal. And she said a few ways to make it healthy. Serve it with brown bread, put more vegetables in, smaller portion. I'll have a look in a minute because that's one of the things they have to do to get the 3 stars. Put the lid on, that won't take so long. Okay, now, the mashed potatoes draining. So rather than walk around the kitchen with it, you should come to here and pour it in so you don't people quite avoid. Now you have to do this on a trivet, otherwise you burn the side. So we've got these nice metal trivets here, or you can use an oven cloth on the table, or you can do it on the cooker. Obviously when I finish with the cooker, I've got the masher out ready. I did salt it when I made it. Now I quite like nutmeg, so I'm going to put a little bit of nutmeg in it. So I've got some ground nutmeg here. I've got some ground nutmeg here. A little bit of this. Doesn't taste too much, but gives it a bit of a flavour. But you don't have to put this in. Pepper's quite well known. I might put a bit of black pepper in. The only trouble with black pepper is you get a little bit of nutmeg, tiny bit of nutmeg in there, and a little bit of black pepper. You get some black pepper. Now, the pan should be okay, it shouldn't burn because it's mainly tomatoes in there, not much to burn. So I'm going to take the lid off. And here we go, look, that's like that's quite a good, not a vegan milk, it's got a chicken stock cube, and I reckon that could be quite a good vegetarian milk without the sausages in, but without the vegetables. So if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, I think you could make this without the bacon and without the sausages. So, as you can see, the mashed potatoes are a bit of an orangey colour here. Gives it a bit of flavour, so we're going to dish up. I'm just going to come over to the oven here and warming the plates up. Taking the other plates out. Here, they're not too hot, they're just a little bit warm. I've got a white one here, and I've got 2 round ones. So I'm going to serve 1 up with pasta and 2 up with mashed potato. In the recipe, it does say a bit of sour cream. I haven't got any sour cream, but I have got a little bit of normal cream, so I'm going to put that in it. Just a little bit of that, seeing it was on the recipe. Give that a little stir. And then I'm going to add the rest of the mixture, because as you can see here, that's it. I just need to bring that to a boil. I'm going to let it boil. According to her recipe, you could finish this in the oven for half an hour or something, or just simmer it for half an hour, but I reckon it's all cooked. The sausage are already cooked, so I'm going to chuck it all in there. Now I've got a little bit of cheese here. I'm going to put that in the cheesy mash. Maybe serve a little bit to sprinkle on top. It's got in her recipe parmesan. So if you come over here with the camera, please. So I've got that here. Now I'm going to pour it all over the top here. And this is either put it in the pan or pour it in this big dish here. So in here we've got some butter and onions, some sausages. I've fried them, so nice, got a good bit of colour on them. And there's some other fried vegetables that are here as well. So scrape all that in with a spatula so we don't waste it. We could either bring this back to the boil in the pan, but it's quite hot anyway. And we're going to eat it straight away. So as you can see, I think there's 8 sausages there, so it's only 3 of us in our household. So I'm turning the cooker off. The cooker's turned off. I'm going to drain the pasta. So I'm just going to dish up now. This one here. I'm going to wash the spoon off. 1 with pasta. A little bit of pasta in the middle. And then I'm going to do 2 with mash. 1 for my son and 1 for my wife. My son will eat a bit more than my wife. I'll probably have the pasta, or I'll have a bit of both. So this one I'm going to serve, actually, this one's going to be for my son. I'm just going to serve it on 2 different plates. This one is going to be for my wife. Then I'm going to serve, we're going to have roughly 2 sausages each. Maybe us boys will be lucky and we'll get the 3 sausages. So 2 on this one here, normally 2 or 3 a portion, depends how many in your household. Obviously 4 in your household, you could have 2 a portion. 2 on here, 1, 2, and maybe we can put a little bit of sauce around the plate. Yeah, nice wholesome meal with loads of tin stuff as well. Put this end, or you can put it on top. And as you can see, we've got plenty here. This would be easily enough for 4 people. Maybe a bit more actually, because there's I've found 2 tins of beans as well. So I reckon that's about right. I've got a little bit of chopped parsley to finish. A little bit of chopped parsley to finish. And that's Mr. Bloxham from Bay House School. Like and subscribe. That's Evie's bean and sausage casserole. Thank you.